would you look at that? Today we're gonna be like wrist deep, no, elbow deep in some Android girls. First of all, let me try something different today. Okay, already happened. I don't know if anyone's gonna notice. Stuff left and right here and there. I'm live on YouTube as well. Hi NetRide. Welcome everyone, I should rather say, to another stream with me, Ren, the interdimensional sleeper agent. Ren in Terdim. NSFW. This game is free. No reason not to try it, and it emulates the aesthetic of games made for the PC 98. And I don't know, images like screenshots from that occasionally float around the internet, and they look amazing. A couple of years ago, they made an anime about that thing, 16-bit sensation, whatever. The anime went crazy places, but the manga it was based on was like, I don't know, like some kind of tech documentary for the system. Before I forget it, I have two dates. Like I will probably go on a short Easter break 2 weeks from now. Just wanted to announce that. And then either the weekend before Easter or after, 28th of March or 11th of April. Those are Saturdays. I have like on my calendar booked the time slot for my first karaoke stream. Like, it will kind of depend on the circumstances. I guess I will keep you updated on which one it will actually happen. Like, I completed all the like timed lyric videos that I wanted to do in order to like have the music and the lyrics all lined up, and I can actually like, I'm gonna read off the lyrics. Like, I'm not gonna like, even if I could sing a couple of those songs without lyrics on screen, like I have those memorized actually, like as a backup and to help with timing, I guess. Did some test recordings. Everything sounds good, actually. Like, yesterday I made those. Surprised myself with the quality of that, actually. Like, did not think like that my singing would come through on those recordings with as much volume as it did. I have to stick close to my... Give me just 1 second. I got this thing right here. I need to be careful with it, but you get the idea probably. Yeah. Is it turned off again? Yeah. I could do it right now, which I mean, like, I have like my set list of 5 songs. We are going to do something else afterwards, because that would be a very short evening, like half an hour of karaoke. than something else. And I think I'm prepared for 4 out of 5 of those songs. The 5th one is in Japanese. I'm gonna mess that one up, like, totally anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep practicing that, but I'm gonna embarrass myself either way, so what does it matter? Let's get started with this, maybe, actually, now. Do we need to say anything? Cyberpunk setting? Android girls? Repair them via some minigame and listen to what they have to say, I guess. And I'm gonna need to read a lot, so where's my drink? Put that right in front of me, maybe. Hello, Michelle. Do I... wait, like this? Space, maybe? Yeah. How are you doing over there? I seem to have gotten a bit used to life in Chroma City. Instead of the rising sun, I started dividing my days by payment approvals and insufficient funds. The light monopolized by Sunshine Corp has replaced the sun, and most things are solved with price tags. I wish beer was the only thing I had to pay for. Right, the price of beer went up again recently. Everything is going up, except for 2 things, the sun and my income. But Michelle, everything comes at a high price except for the value of labor. But I can find some stability at least while I'm working. When I drifted here after we parted ways, I thought my incompetence was the reason for our breakup, and that thought still weighs me down. I can't say things are completely different now, but here, at least while I'm holding on to my work, that weight lifts just for a moment. Regardless of how much I earn, by that time at least I have the assurance that I won't collapse. The people I meet, the conversations I have, and what I've come to feel. I want to tell you about it. On the 2nd floor of a commercial district, slightly away from the city center, Repair Clinic Dialogue, a place where the outside noise recedes with just a few words of small talk. Don't criticize my naming skills. Because in Chroma City they give estimates for... Did I just skip over something? Because in Chroma City they give estimates for heartbreaks and charge for repairs. Can I? Okay, now I'm in the actual game, I guess. Lame. I said the same. The name is totally lame. And Chris, did you have a beer? Okay, our name is Chris and Michelle is our ex. Okay, whatever. What's with this sentimental nonsense this early in the morning? Do I maybe... just like a tiny bit? Like this? Yeah, that should do it. I was thinking about a customer from yesterday, and I couldn't help it. He came in saying his portable virtual chip was stuck, but maybe it activated during repairs. Because he started running around the room like crazy, swinging a leather belt at me. Thanks to him, my dialed equipment almost bit the dust too. That's because you have such a shady and lame name. Only customers fitting that description would show up. Huh. Don't tell me. You're talking about the oasis of Chroma City bathed in neon light. Dialogue Repair Clinic. Our repair clinic is an all-around sanctuary that provides not just quick and accurate repairs, but also emotional stability through comfortable conversation. That shady name is exactly why EVs needing repairs turn away and go elsewhere. Emotional stability for EVs? That feels less like shady and more like creepy. Is why you habitually make EVs wet themselves? What the heck? To be precise, it's the act of discharging overheated coolant. Your phrasing is misleading. Same difference. What do you mean, same difference? You're probably the only one who describes it like that. Stop spouting nonsense so early and check your equipment already. Are you not opening for business today? You used to love stories like this, even though you used to sing about wanting to become an EV when you were little. Ooh, that transhumanism. Shut up. Seems like the hangover from yesterday's beer is pretty bad. And speaking of EVs, why don't you replace the outdated equipment in your repair clinic? Using a dial when... What? D5AL? Deal? D5? D5LL is already out, is disrespectful to them. What you're overlooking is that DXAL equipment is strictly specialized for diagnosis. The diagnostic performance was so good from the first generation that even with the 5th generation out, it hasn't improved dramatically. Then what's the difference? The main advancements are in unit synthesis. Convenience in the synthesis process, overclocking, synthesized parts, firmware modification, etc. However, I can make up for the dials. I'm just gonna keep saying dial, I guess. Do I say D1AL? For the D1AL's lagging synthesis performance purely with a touch of my fingertips. That's actually kind of impressive. Crucially, if I upgrade to a newer generation. Why, is there an extra subscription fee? There would be no point in having registered the business as D1AL-ogue. Yeah, exactly. ... You don't seem to get it. A little wit breathes vitality into a weary life, and also seeing this strangely named repair clinic operating normally, I guess your skills really are unquestionable. Then, it should be a breeze if I suddenly test you with the standard DXAL practical level 1 mock maintenance, right? What the heck? Practice, repair, prove Michelle wrong about your skills. Target moves 20. Okay, what's happening? It's been a while since the last mock maintenance. Let's take it step by step. Can I click on stuff? Okay, I guess I can choose these. Can I like... rather not use the arrow keys or anything. I already know all of this. Let's get this over with quickly. Now I'm gonna click on the upper thing. Target moves 20. Okay, there we go. You can check the damaged parts on D1AL that need repair right now. Seeing 3 exclamation marks. Hover over the damaged part to see the required units. Anything yet? First, let's select a damaged part to repair. Oh, I can see stuff. Let me perhaps move over here for a second. Not too far, maybe. Like, how does... Like, because actually hovering over the thing actually require unit shows us stuff. I could become really small, just a head, but no need for that right now. I click on you, okay. D1AL consists of 4 layers and 6 indices. This is the puzzle part, I guess. Like, we're gonna play Robot Candy Crush. index 1 to 6, okay. And then layers 1, 2, 3, 4. Each module can be moved by dragging it to swap places with adjacent modules up, down, left or right. Yeah. Moving modules uses D1AL's battery. Okay. If you use up all the battery, you can't move anymore. Let's try moving a module. What is happening here? I can... Wait. I can tell that this one is highlighted over here right now. What if I... Do I do it like this? Wait. Oh. Oops. What happened? Oh my god. While dragging a module, click a right click to cancel the move. Try cancelling the move with a right click. Fuck. If you move modules to line 3 or more, they synthesize into a higher tier unit. Higher tier? Okay. Like, if I move... Oh, that's gonna do the double whammy already. If I swap these two, I'm gonna get the 3 of the green ones here, and 3 red ones over there. Oh my god, stuff happened. Oh my god, stuff happened over there as well. If you synthesize modules a total of 10 times, the battery overcharges and increases max capacity. Okay, like overcharging a battery doesn't sound good, but increasing max capacity, yes please? You can check the current damaged location and required units on the right panel. I think I want one of these red guys to go there. Huh. Big info panel. Hover your mouse over each damaged location to see the required unit. Aha. Okay, they just highlighted it randomly like this. Synthesize the required unit and move it to the damaged location. You can also repair using a higher tier unit. Placing the required unit on the damaged spot activates the replace button. Press to swap the unit. Okay, we did something, okay. Looks like the replacement went well. Alright, let's keep going. Select the next damaged part. This case requires multiple types of units. The info panel will show the required unit colors for each position. Just place the units according to the colors to replace them. Now place the required modules to complete the maintenance. You can also repair using a higher tier unit. Yeah. Huh. This might be tricky. What if I... No. Move you there. Oh my god. He's so far down. I don't need you there. Please. I I mean, I can move a lot actually, so... Oh no, oh no, no. Ah, okay, these didn't go off because this one is of a higher tier still. And I messed this one up. The final damage part, let's go. The last damage part requires a high tier unit. Okay, double thingy. You can check unit appearances by tier on the phone by pressing tab. Unit appearances? Oh my freaking god. Power unit. Power source acting as the unit's heart. Supplies energy required for operation and handles total output. There's a gauge bar on the left, okay? What do you do? This gauge charges for the corresponding type when 4 or more modules are synthesized. When fully charged, click the gauge and then a module or unit of another type to convert it. I mean, let's put them right there. If you made a mistake or think it's hopeless, press the restart button to try the repair again. No. Okay, actually they didn't change it. So what if I... and use it to change types while repairing? Yeah, okay, I guess there's multiple ways to go about this. I mean, I have all the required guys now. Oh, they get placed over there. Okay, whatever. Satisfied now? It's really amazing. Honestly, I knew you ran a repair clinic, but I didn't know you were this good. Even with the latest D1AL equipment, it wouldn't be this fast for a level 1 mock maintenance. I see you in a new light. This is nothing. If I want to attract EV customers to this strangely named repair clinic of yours, I can't tolerate a single maintenance error. First impressions are most important wherever you go. If you care so much about first impressions, why don't you erase that suspicious slogan on the front door? Besides, there needs to be comfort during the repair process for them to feel emotionally stable and open up. I don't know, is this like a wonky translation in some parts maybe? I just can't understand that creepy philosophy of yours. I should probably start opening up shop now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Perfect repair. Target moves 20. I did it in 14, okay. Like, I moved 14 times, or did I move 14 like distances of parts? Customer comment, Michelle, perfect. This should be enough to stop Michelle from nagging me. Okay, but that's what I said, not what Michelle said. Weird. There we go. Oh my god. Welcome, this is Repair Clinic Dialogue. Her name is Prey, okay. Prey. These are very pretty character designs. And the art style is amazing, just in general. Also, is that up here Bunny Girl android? Pretty cool. Hey Chris. Ah, Prey. What brings you here at this hour? What about your cafe shift? Are you watching the popular show airing these days, Buff Girl O'Hara? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Are you watching it? I do watch it every week, but... Then this will be quick. In yesterday's episode, do you remember the scene where O'Hara smashed Mr. Blind with a magical pile driver? O'Hara... Oh, like yeehaw, O'Hara, whatever, rarely gets pushed into a corner. So seeing her fight back with a double nosebleed and crushed Blind's neck for a comeback was quite the twist in many ways. That's exactly it. What exactly is it? What exactly are you trying to say? A villain showed up at our shop and they looked like they desperately need that pile driver. I knew you'd understand. I only understood that you have a difficult customer. Could you speak a bit more clearly? They say he's a bigwig from Sunshine Corp. He claims his mere visit is a favor to this crappy shop, and threatened that he could turn off all the neon shines in this district with a single word. A different routine every day. I envy how today is unlike yesterday. Shut up. Anyway, thanks to that big shot, it's been nothing but new stability officer faces all morning. Those guys are hard to find when you actually need them, but they swarm like rats for this. I thought there was a terrorist attack or something. So that's what happened. What brings such a person to a backwater like this? I don't know the details, but it seems he came to negotiate with the manager of this commercial district. Something about increasing the neon shine subscription fees around here starting next month, and removing the free neon shine street lights. Controlling the light. His actions are just like Mr. Blind. Mrs. Blind, oh my god. See why I brought up Buff Girl? If Mrs. Blind has appeared in reality, then the magical pile driver isn't out of the question either. Can you go and try it? It's way out of my expertise and job description, but I can mimic it. I knew it. I wanted to pour coffee on his face, but now I feel a bit better. Right, and if you're really going to try it, be careful. The security is intense. You could get arrested just for keeping your hands in your pockets. Then again today, my secret power will remain hidden. Anyway, raising subscription fees is a pretty big deal. I was thinking of subscribing to a hologram figure for my lonely room, but with the increased fees it will be tight. Same here. Really? EVs are relatively free from LDS, so do you really need to subscribe to Neon Shine? It's only relatively free. If our condition worsens, data loss occurs, and we could have problems more serious than humans. Plus, I've got someone to look after. You mean Remy? Remy? Remy, yeah, I'm gonna go with Remy. Remy is family. It's a cat. Does being a cat mean it can't be family? You'd better watch your words in front of our Remy. Prey showed her claws, adopting an aggressive cat-like stance. I want to see that. Please, forgive me. I'll make an exception this time. Because I'm generous. Anyway, if the subscription fee goes up, I'll have to give up on the item I was planning to buy. What were you thinking of getting? Buff Girl collaboration merch. They're doing a collaboration with a neural stimulation unit for EVs. They announced that pre-orders will start on the day the last episode airs. The things people come up with. What do you mean, the things they come up with? This collaboration product is amazing. They said when the empathy unit activates and overloads, it shakes your cognitive abilities, creating the illusion of transforming. It's basically another way of saying, you must buy this. What on earth does that mean? And aren't the expressions shakes cognitive abilities and illusion of transforming seriously suspicious? You're making a fuss over nothing. Besides, considering the chips you usually use, I don't think you're in a position to talk. What do you say? Those are legitimately released VR chips, you know? I didn't even put them there for you to see, you just looked at them on your own. I have no intention of respecting your tastes, but if I may give you a piece of personal advice, in a repair clinic where EVs are the main customers, displaying chips with covers showing EVs and humans getting intimate doesn't seem like a very good choice. I just put frequently used items where they are easy to see. It's inevitable in a workshop with lots of tools. I feel like I just heard some terrible information. If you're lonely, why don't you find a lover? I'm sorry, but... Okay, I'm sorry. Prey apologized quickly. It was as if she didn't want to hear it. Did she foresee what I was going to say? And can I ask for a simple repair? I need to create an excuse to tell the boss. Sure, repairs are always welcome. Prey's request: create an excuse for Prey's absence, target moves 28. So she's not actually like broken in any way, she just came to chat and now we have to do some repairs anyway. 28 moves. Do I? Wait. Pick there? Sure. Would you look at that? And the thing is, I think it's time for me to move again. I'm gonna be small today. Like where? Where? Like down here? No, there's the... Like this perhaps. Yeah, I think over here is good. There's the game again. Okay. I don't know, let's start with the one that requires the least units. Okay. One guy over there. I don't know. Do I... Masterful. Don't you think the name Neon Shine is super tacky? Like a middle-aged man trying to look cool? I agree with that part. It sounds like uncovering text, but the text is the least important thing since I'm reading it out. One sip though. It sounds like a name where they changed one syllable from Neon Sign and celebrated themselves for being extremely witty. It's really a comedy that the person agreeing with that has a repair clinic with a name just as bad. Next one. Up there. If I could just move that guy there, sure. Let me instead do this. Wait, what if I turn you in? What happens then? Oh, I can submit them. Let me just say unspeakable things. Like I just looked to the... Don't point anywhere suspicious. And this guy just goes over here. What exactly does the stimulation from the empathy unit feel like? I only learned about it in theory, but I was curious since I've never felt it myself. It's similar to humans. If humans feel it through muscle contraction, blood flow changes and hormone secretion, for EVs it's just replaced by the empathy unit. Stimulating this directly gives a quite pleasurable feeling. So, is it like an... Is it like an orgasm? It doesn't match exactly. Oh, she knows what she's talking about. But it's probably the closest thing. Then what about the collaboration merge you mentioned earlier? I was just curious about what it feels like to transform. They say power surges through you. Sure, whatever. Briefly checking something. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Next one. Need to put one there. And then I need to put you in the right... Can I do that in a way that creates... I can. And now I turn them in. All done. There were no major issues. Wow, my stiff back feels completely refreshed. Is this what it feels like when O'Hara purifies her body with brief seed? What? Is it okay to mention my crude repair in the same breath as something so noble? Crude? You're too strict with yourself. No one around here can match your skills. Enough, pray. Save that talk for after you buy me a beer. You make a fuss even when I compliment you. What a personality. I noticed earlier your power unit was screaming again. Aren't you overworking yourself lately? It must be because a lot of zombies have been gathering in front of the shop lately. What the heck, zombies? We have zombies? They've practically set up camp there. Zombies? You mean flicker patients high on drugs? Usually they just stumble around spouting nonsense. No, those are blackouts. It's a state where even radical methods like electronic drugs can't prevent damage to the frontal lobe and neural network. You can consider their ego and personality data virtually destroyed. Lately the media seems to just call them zombies instead of severe LDS patients. I've been here for a while, but I just thought they were drug addicts. Drug addicts are probably better off than them. Aren't they both equally in the gutter? At least junkies have their infinite love for drugs left. Blackouts are worse. Infinite love. Seeing them throw away family, lovers and property without hesitation, isn't that the perfect expression? It's like, if it's not you, the world doesn't matter, truly an impossible devotion. In contrast, blackouts are like empty shells with even their desires gone. They wander around following the light by instinct, and when they find neon shine, they swarm like gnats and won't leave. Chasing light suggests they still have at least minimal desires left. If you saw them, you'd think I'm exactly right. I mean, what's the difference between like some machine person like being drawn to light as its only impulse versus like a severe drug addict, like with their only impulse being to get their next fix basically. They aren't moving to find light, it's just that it's the only stimulus left that they can react to. If they crawled around looking for light normally, maybe you'd be right. Of course, they would become something even more terrible. As I recall, the shop you work at has a floor-to-ceiling glass window on one side. Right, and clearing away the gnats that gather there is one of my daily tasks. That's probably the cause of 80% of my power unit overloads. And the other 20% is because of the idiot removing streetlights? Exactly. Every day must be tough. It gives me a headache just thinking about how much tougher it's going to get. You know that happiness and unhappiness are influenced more by future events than the present. Wasn't that a study on human psychology? Humans and EVs are pretty much the same. Do you realize that statement conflicts heavily with your critique of my tastes before the repair? I come back because I respect it. Oh. My head feels like exploding as it is. Do you have to make me say useless things? If you plan to keep wrecking me to rip off repair fees, you'd better be prepared. I'm sorry, customer, pray, Emery. Stop joking, I have to go now. Even a justified absence is a problem if it drags on. I don't want to get fired and become a zombie rubbing my face against the glass window. By now the streetlight idiot should have left the shop too. You're sharp, good sense, as always. It was a pleasant conversation today, Prey. Me too, see you later, Chris. Thinking? Whatever, doesn't matter. Prey hurriedly left the door with quick steps. It seems she spent more time than expected distracted by the chat. It's already time for lunch, let's take a break. Target moves 28. Did it in 7, hell yeah. What does saving do? I can just do this, okay. I have this thing always here, What the heck? Let's just move on. Oh my god, like immediately. One more sip. Wait. Backlog? Ah, okay, I can actually check this. An EV stood before me, though there was no sound of the door opening. Despite her polite attitude and likable first impression, I couldn't quite feel at ease. All TRedCat models are government-affiliated EVs, usually distinguishable by their department mark. But I couldn't see any mark on the EV before me, nor was there any other way to confirm her affiliation. Of course, nothing official in Chroma City was particularly trustworthy. But I reacted unusually sensitively to that remark. Prey says I look at that mark with eyes of a sinner, which probably isn't polite behavior towards a customer. Before we start, excuse me, but may I ask what specific purpose you are specialized for? If it's military, private maintenance is illegal. Her name is Orca. I mean, she looks very interesting is what I will say. Ah, you wouldn't know since I'm not wearing protective gear on my day off. I am Orca, O'Hara, from the Urban Recovery Agency of Chroma City. can just call me Orca for short. Although designed for rescue and disaster recovery operations, I'm a model equipped with multi-purpose functions like other EVs to reduce citizens' aversion. Rescue, you have quite an ordinary appearance for someone deployed to rough sites. In fact, it wasn't an ordinary appearance. Rescue specialized TN-DLS models possess an appearance generally considered beautiful to reduce aversion. That's because we mostly rely on external equipment. The design direction of the model also has the motto Universal Fit. Unlike how it looks, there are many places to attach external equipment. Not eternal equipment. This is for attaching the powered exoskeleton during entry. This is for the instantaneous thrust engine and the tail part. It was quite embarrassing to watch her lift parts of her body here and there to introduce her model. But Orca seemed unaware of it and chatted excitedly for several minutes. How is it? I understand very well that it's not military. Besides that? Nothing, I was just trying to apologize for being rude earlier out of surprise. Of course, that wasn't it. Yeah, we know where he has been looking. Really? I didn't feel it was that rude. That's because kind people are rare towards government-affiliated EVs. I think what they mean is that people that are kind towards government-affiliated EVs are rare. I don't know, the sentence really doesn't make sense like that. That's because kind people... No, that doesn't make sense. Not really. Like, all the words are there, but they are in the wrong order. If you thought I was similar to others, then that's normal. Messing up my stuff here. I'm not really doing voices, but that makes sense. What kind of maintenance are you here for? I was recently assigned here, so I need to submit an inspection confirmation by tomorrow. There aren't any major problems, so it shouldn't take long. It looks that way, but you never know until you check. I'll boot up the maintenance console, so please wait a moment. Ahem. Perhaps because everyone is preparing for Polar Night Day. The streets are intensely lively, aren't they? Or she's doing a small talk. Polar Night Day, is that Christmas or something? One of Chroma City's prides and the pride of prides. A holiday unique to this city and a festival ground. I had even forgotten that it wasn't far off. It's a holiday unique to the city. Did you come for sightseeing before? You don't have to say if it's hard to talk about. No. A few years ago I visited Chroma City due to a support request. It just happened to be Polar Night Day. There was a support request even to nearby cities? Yes, back then I was working in Luminance City, located south of Chroma City. It was complete chaos. The violence and confusion amidst the cheers of the festival were shocking even to me. A hologram panorama covering the sky, and below it explosions mixed with smoke. Must have been terrible. Yes, screams mixed with beautiful night views and hopeful music are quite shocking. The show went on as if indifferent to the tragedy, and most of the crowd was too intoxicated by the festival to even know what was happening. The organizers who knew about the accident went along with it too. It was probably because of the budget. The hologram panorama called Chromatic Zenith is one of Chroma City's prides. They say it's for the citizens' sense of belonging, but they pour an astronomical budget into it because it's an event that generates huge tourism revenue. Too much money had already been poured in to cancel just because an accident occurred. So it's about money. Excluding talk of budget and compensation, all that's left in Chroma are patients. Not that I like it, but it's the unavoidable reality. That's sad. I'm sorry, I unintentionally said something depressing. It's just reality. Nothing is as boring as realistic talk. Living day by day, whether you like it or not, is reality. Even an interesting show gets boring if you watch it hundreds of times. So it's hard for the story of a day repeated thousands of times to be interesting. It's natural to be drawn to stories of vacation escapades of figures bored on impulse. Rather than talk of neon shine subscription fees or utility bills. I can't accept it rationally yet. I can't help but empathize experientially? I don't know that word. Experientially, what the heck? Is that an actual word? Let's see. No, that's actually experientially? Wait, what? I'm stupid. It looks nonsensical. Like, I see there's experience in there, but I would just say experience based in a case like that usually. Most hobbies are, after all, escapes from ordinary daily life. That's why people go crazy for Polar Night Day, and tourists visiting from the other side of the globe to see the chromatic zenith. Because the coming tomorrow isn't enjoyable because they are tired of reality. They close their eyes and ears and force themselves to shout that they are happy now. Wanting to run away from pain is one of human instincts. Oops, I sounded creaky like my dial equipment again. 0 points for sales pitch, right? Sometimes creaking sounds make you feel alive, whether machine or human. But by any chance, are you doing maintenance with a first generation dial? Don't worry too much. I've safely repaired TN-DLS models several times with this rugged friend. Why does the word safely sound so scary? Oh, the dial is ready. Shall we begin? Orca's regular inspection. Target moves 35. Oh, this one needs a bigger one. 2 small ones. What happens if I combine 4 of them at once? Or or 3, like what happens if I say this? It says, okay, 4 of them are vibrating right now. Okay, let me try something. Wait, how far? I can actually go this far. 5 of them are vibrating now. It just combined once. Anyway, so whatever. No! I don't want to. No! Whatever. I've completed the unit replacement for that part. How is it? Please feel free to tell me if there's any discomfort or awkwardness. No, it's much more comfortable than I thought. My worries before the maintenance were pointless. It actually feels smoother than the 5th generation dial. That's a relief. But should I say it tingles? It keeps throbbing. Please be a little gentler. This area is densely packed with neural elements. It's very, sensitive. Oh dear, I'm clumsy because it's been a while since I maintained a TN-DLS. I'll try to be as gentle as possible. What was I thinking? Wait. Okay, she has problems with her neural units or what? Interesting. No. Wait, let me... Ah, great, I can. Wait, what does... H hide? Nothing, okay. I got scared for a second there. She does have a tail. I wish I could see this image a little bit better, but like right above here she seems to have a tail that goes, I can see it on her back here. It's attached like right there above where I am, like where I'm working is what I'm just gonna say, and wraps around like this probably, and then there's like 2 fins over here. Cool shit. Let's go. I could just do this. Wait, I should be careful because otherwise I would combine these into a higher category. Oh wait, I needed to do this one. Whatever. Each TN-DLS model had one unique organ, right? That's right, because each model specializes in a different purpose. I've often seen animal ears or reverse joint types, but this is my first time seeing a tail. The EVs of the Scarlet Response Unit under the Urban Recovery Agency to which I belong are all TN-DLS models, and we have tails like me. That's fascinating. Usually, what is this tail used for? In our case, we mainly use it to clear broken debris. That's cool. Or break down walls to enter. For something used for such rough purposes, didn't you say it was a sensitive part earlier? The external armor is high-strength special alloy, so it's fine in the field. But when opened internally for maintenance, it's almost defenseless. I'm sorry, I'll be more careful to work delicately. We have this guy over here. He could immediately go somewhere interesting. What if I... this is a bit messed up. Doesn't matter, we can do it anyway. Oh no, we have to use a bigger one. Wait, I can just do this. What do... Oh my god, I've got one of these, huh? Wait, no, this is not correct. I still need 3 of them. Ah, perfect. As you said, it was a regular checkup. And there were no major problems, so it finished quickly. Oh, that unknown heavy feeling that was dragging me down has disappeared. No, it's more than that, it's refreshing. Manager, you have quite an interested look on your face right now. Orca's reaction was so vivid that I focused without realizing it. I'm glad you're satisfied. I should be thanking you. It feels similar to that unique sensation when speeding through the city center on a bike. Weird question. Roaming Chroma City while feeling the wind directly. You have a bolder hobby than I thought. Yes. In Luminant City, my hobby was riding a bike to get some air on my days off. I don't have a car in the first place and I like bikes. And I prefer the openness of a bike to the enclosed space of a car. The peculiar stimulation where the gaze of others mixes into the liberating feeling of being open on all sides. It feels really good. I could read something weird into that. Being open on all sides. Exhibitionist, I guess. Every hobby has its own taste. I apologize for the roughness during the maintenance. No. It's just because I'm particularly sensitive compared to the same model. Because you kept talking to me in between. I felt reassured at the end and it didn't hurt at all. And my body feels completely lighter too. I can endure this much with this level of effect. Orca started stretching her body here and there as if to show off. A careless EV in a narrow space. As long as she doesn't bump into anything, it's not a bad view. Actually, I didn't do much. I just replaced a few neural units to suit the environment lacking photonic data. You mean because there's a lack of light? Exactly. Both humans and EVs cannot live without sunlight. That's why subscribing to Neon Shine is practically essential in Chroma City. So that's why my colleagues asked if I subscribe to Neon Shine. Because unless it's Chroma you won't have problems due to lack of light. They made survival a paid service. Chroma claims it's the same logic as food being paid. Someday we might even get billed for breathing. Still, EVs are a bit better off. Humans can fall into depression if Neon Shine is cut off for just 2 days. They called it ADS, right? Correct, it stands for Light Deficiency Syndrome. Simply put, it's a disease caused by not receiving light. The body's signaling system gets tangled and for EVs, noise accumulates in the photonic neural network. The depression and power drop you felt recently are probably due to this. My external equipment felt heavier than usual after coming to the city. It wasn't just my imagination. Body and mind are inseparable. Psychology inevitably changes according to the state of the body. It's funny for me, an EV, to say this, but that's very mechanical. I think so too, but humans are similar, just a difference between metal and flesh. Most psychiatric drugs treat psychological problems by regulating hormones. And the medical measure called defibrillation is basically the same principle as rebooting a machine called a human. Moving by electrical signals and psychological and emotional judgments, changing according to the hardware environment are also the same. Personally, I don't see any reason to distinguish between humans and EVs. If that philosophy created this repair shop, it's quite cool. Personal conversation is a core service of dialogue. Anyway, you said today was your day off, right? That's right, I've been hectic with moving and dispatch calls for a few days, but finally it's break. Actually, if there are no dispatches, I mostly get some downtime. Moving alone sounds terrible. I agree with that, but it's over. Do you have any recommended places for a change of mood? I recommend the cafe on the first floor of the building opposite. Ah, I saw it on my way here. The name started with Re. You mean... Wait. Okay, this is a weird one. Like Re-Trojan or Retrojan? Like, I would say Retrojan. Retro? What was it? Retrojan. The pronunciation is a bit odd. Ah, is it that Trojan from the Trojan horse? It's as unusual a name as this place. Right, I heard from the owner that it's a combination of retro and Trojan virus. It reflects the ambition to infiltrate retro trends like a Trojan virus into this flashy high-tech city. Wow, hearing that it sounds quite plausible. It's a retro concept cafe that's hard to find these days, and drinking the owner's hand-drip coffee like... Ah no, whatever. Hand-drip coffee is the joy of my life. A retro concept in this city, interesting. And one more thing, avoid places with too many people. In this season, scenes of people densely gathered often lead to the sight of them being taken away by the stability officers. Thanks for the advice, Chris. When the night gets too long, people tend to get sensitive, even if they are stability officers. Thinking of the city's stability officers as police in other cities, that's a mistake. Still, there's no harm in being careful. I should quietly enjoy this festive year-end atmosphere by myself. Have a good time, Orca. Thank you, see you next time. Before I continue, let it be known that it is canon that I have witnessed many forms of android, humanoid, whatever, machines with emotions like everywhere on the spectrum, and yes, if they are sufficiently sophisticated, I agree. No, there's no point in differentiating between humans and androids, I'm gonna call them, at that point. Which is to say, yes, robot wives are allowed in my book. It's already evening, I should call it a day. Perfect repair! Wait, what? Did it in 19, target 35. And she said, "Is it already done? Oh my, your touch was so delicate. I didn't even realize I was being repaired." December 15. Oh my god, it's a Christmas game. It's dark and gloomy all day again today. Now that there's hardly any sunlight anymore, it's hard to even see a grey night. Thanks to that, my body feels even stiffer. If I stay still, I'll only feel more drained, so let's hurry and open up shop. Oh, I have a button for that. Let me ceremoniously open for business. And I get a message from Michelle. Wait. Mom and Dad? Wait, is she my sister? I thought she was my ex. I don't know. Let's just say either one of those must be correct, but not both of them, okay? Checking one thing. What's happening over here? Our random pings on Discord? No. Come to see the chromatic zenith again this year. Just like everywhere, every year, yeah. What about you? Needless to say, me neither. So, I guess we are alone on Christmas. I really don't get why no one goes. When we were kids, they used to drag us here there every year, even when we said we didn't want to go. You know how many years ago that was? Mom and Dad are getting old now, so it's hard for them to go to crowded and chaotic places, and I'm too far away to go, so... If you want to go that badly, why not go with a girlfriend? You're picking a fight with me right now, aren't you? Look at your age, go outside and meet people. Even better if it's a woman. You can't stay up all night in your room drinking beer forever. The day I fall asleep rolling around in bed with a woman in this city, there's a high chance I won't open my eyes ever again the next day. And an article will pop up in the main news page. Victim Chris J. Hayes, 22, found in a motel with organs harvested. That lack of confidence of yours is the problem, Chris. It's disgusting to say it myself, but objectively you're decent looking. Blech. Let's stop. So if you want to see the chromatic zenith that much, just go alone. If I have to go alone, I won't go. Shouldn't I at least have someone to take my side if I get into a fight? Then what are you going to do that day? I have no choice but to drown my polar night day in beer while watching Dokim's stream again this year. Oh my god. That's how I'll spend my polar night day. Stream my foot. You're planning to stay up all night with your beloved silicone, aren't you? Hey, how do you... Wait, you've never even been in my room. Hit the nail on the head. No, it's not that. Shut up, you're single too, probably sitting in the corner of your room alone. Oh, we have another customer, I see. Question mark. But they do know our name. Hello, Chris. You look like you're in a good mood. Did you manage to get that action figure you wanted? Chris? Ah, Miss Leanne, I'm sorry. I was looking at something else. Could you wait just a moment? A pity. I wanted to share in your joy. You look good now, but that look you just had, the one you never show me. It was such a pure smile. I am envious, whoever they are. Haha. It's my younger sister, okay. Cleared up, okay. She's a funny kid who tries to tear me down every day. Ah, the one you often talk about? Miss Leanne took a deep breath and muttered quietly to herself. Well, if it's a younger sister, I can understand. In fact, I might even have to try to get close to her. Anyway, what brings you here today? I remember you had your regular checkup recently. I had some business nearby, so I thought I'd drop by to see your face. I also stopped by thinking I might need to replace my processing unit as a bonus. That's funny. What is? When I first saw you, I thought you'd never come back. But now you visit even without a reason. I told you I came to replace my processing unit. You said it was a bonus, didn't you come to check on me? I give you a quick checkup. Alright, you win. I came here to whine a bit. Okay, tell me. For a ridiculously shady repair clinic, yet you've come back several times, so you must like it, there's a quiet, uncrowded comfort here. A quiet place and slightly cool air are good for getting sentimental. Thanks to that I can completely let loose. Is that supposed to be a compliment, saying I have no customers? Yes, it's a compliment. Since you say so, I'll take it as a compliment. What are you whining about today? Miss Leanne frowned as if just thinking about it was unpleasant. That's quite a look on your face. Huh? Oh, was I? Oh, she has the sweat drop. Let me put one myself. Sorry, when the processing unit connected to emotional expression gets overloaded, my mood swings become severe and I can't hide them. I don't want to show you that look anymore. Can I get maintenance first? It's possible, but... Repair Leanne with extreme mood swings, okay? Hello? Is this... it's all solid metal and plastic, okay? And silicone, I guess. No flash on display here. Like, I activated streamer mode even. Okay, she has a problem with her... What was that part again? Logic unit, okay. Power, neural. If she has mood swings, shouldn't that be neural rather than logic? Let's start with this one. Can I set up whatever, doesn't matter. Oof. And I'm lacking... Oh, this guy. Messed up a second ago. 7 out of 7. Can I... Does that mean I can move 7 pieces, like spaces now at once? Leanne says, every time I visit here, you're on the phone with your sister. It's my routine right after opening for business. Shouldn't you do that before opening for business? Picking a fight with my sister. I'd like to join that routine next time. You, Miss Leanne? I heard that in human society it's polite to greet the other person's family before the main event. I don't know what main event you mean, but your emotion unit is overheating again. Big event. Foo foo foo. Excuse me? Okay, small guy. Oh, there like I have. Nope. Like this. And turn them in. I would like to be able to do smarter stuff with that, but I'm not getting these done with. Oh my god, no. I hate that you can't like reverse single steps. What do you think about the increasing romance between humans and EVs? I'm all ears. For someone who's never even been in a romantic relationship with a human, that's too abstract a question for me to answer. Really? Just that one word from you has completely tilted my opinion to the pro side. Miss Leanne, the temperature of your emotion unit is rising. It's dangerous, so please calm down during maintenance. I see what she's up to. I can do this and turn that guy in immediately. Where? Trying to do lots of stuff at once. Okay, it was spectacular, but not as much as I had hoped. That won't work. At least not the way I want to. Oh, I messed this one up again. I'm stupid. Wait, why is that one not charging? Whatever. Oh, I need the big one there. Okay, so... Can I do something about this? Let me just... Nothing, almost nothing actually happened. And incredible. Okay. The maintenance is done without any problems. Your maintenance today was exceptionally smooth. A touch of yours skillfully probing my secret corners and leading me without giving a chance to resist. I know what he's actually coming to this shop for. Whose core other than mine have you caressed with such care? Miss Leanne? The customers who visit this repair clinic are the entirety of my social interactions. But it's a blessing in disguise. What is? Thanks to a wonderful person like you visiting, it feels like even this bleak place has some life in it. Oh my, saying something like that so suddenly makes me a little shy. The overload in your processing unit was more severe than I thought. You came to whine, but it was to the point of needing repairs. I thought it would get better once I relieved some stress. If I left the unit as it was, I figured I'd be seeing you soon for the same repair request. So I replaced it with a higher end unit. It hasn't been long since your last checkup. What happened to damage it so much? Hold on. That's what I'm about to tell you. You know I work at a pharmaceutical company, right? Of course. I've heard a lot about your life, Miss Leanne, every time I do repairs. A new researcher joined the company recently. They say he's incredibly talented or something. Our company went to great lengths to scout him, so I guess that could be true. The problem is that talent isn't everything. Messing this stuff up, whatever. Exactly. He came in through connections, yet he has this attitude of looking down on the existing researchers. Since he joined later, he thinks it's our duty to provide him with any project information he doesn't know. The management is completely impressed with his papers and research achievements, so my colleagues and I had no choice but to do as he asked. More work for you. That would have been a relief. The problem is his attitude. If he were apologetic and grateful, it would be different, but he takes it for granted, even though we are doing work we don't have to do. I wonder if studying so much has fried part of his brain. A while ago he said a colleague's research looked interesting and asked if he could take over the project. It almost turned into a shouting match, but our colleagues intervened and barely mediated. It's annoying, but thanks to him we are free from the management's nagging, and we can buy time to improve the product's stability. Office politics. It feels a bit distant to me. Maybe for you. From my perspective, Miss Leanne, you don't seem much different from me. Aren't you talking about how hard it is to deal with office politics you don't even care about? I'd like to say no, but I have to agree because of what happened a few days ago. A few days ago? Metal Gear! Yes, half of my unit's overload problems probably started that day. We fought. You fought? It wasn't really a fight. I just laid him out. He disrespected our project, said we were just wasting the budget by repeating clinical trials for years. He said the researchers' talents were being wasted, and asked if we had any intention of finishing this research and starting a more promising project. And he said it to my face, the project leader. I should have realized when the management was blindly pushing for him. They couldn't win against us in a logical argument as non-experts, so it was a ploy to bring in another expert to break our resolve. That's pretty serious sabotage. Unfortunately for them, that Nepo high social skills were worse than imaginable, and he failed to change the team members' minds. You could even say we've grown closer. Some team members were even cheering me on and comforting me, even though I threw the first punch. Of course, I think I was in the wrong too. My feelings were complicated watching him call an ambulance by himself because no one else cared. It must have been the guilt that followed the satisfaction. I had to write a written explanation and the project's chances of survival dropped even lower. I wondered what would have happened if I had just held it in. There's a mountain of work to do, but the thought of running away came first. I want to forget everything, let's just rest. So I came to see you. All I do is listen to you talk a little. That's enough. And thanks to you, I've already sorted out my thoughts. Thanks to me? A place to hide whenever I want to run away. A way to regain some energy and find the courage to face the world again. That's the goal of our project. After running away here to rest, I found the courage to push through. And it made me feel that my project shouldn't end here. If the effect of just listening to a story, as you put it, is this great, our medicine will be a great help to the world. Can I ask what kind of medicine it is? I'd love to tell you. Miss Leanne's eyes sparkled as if a favorite topic had come up. It's a relief to see her back to her usual self. Our research institute mainly focuses on drugs that suppress memory. It prevents the user from recalling specific memories. The primary goal is trauma suppression, though there's potential for misuse. It seems so. Right, that's why we're delaying its release. A similar drug already exists, but there are more cases of side effects or misuse than proper use. Although the management recognizes this as commercial success, sticking to a proven product. Exactly, he made almost the same argument. His logic is that as long as it passes safety inspections and sells well, who cares how it's used? In reality, it also causes no physical harm to the body itself. Did I say almost or also? Whatever. I take a few pills myself, but that attitude is quite off-putting. No matter how well you know it, there's a limit to what an ordinary consumer, not an expert, can perceive. In fact, I don't even know the ingredients of the multivitamin I take. Since I hardly see the sun, I guess it must contain vitamin D. And vitamin D? I have no idea. The drugs available on the market dull memories that are dramatically imprinted on the user. When you try to recall them, the recollection process is interrupted or blunted. It's similar to when you treat with an EV's photonic neural network. You can distance yourself from terribly painful memories, but you can also lose your dreams, sometimes even your family's faces or precious memories. In severe cases, you can even forget that you're taking a memory suppressant. It's practically amnesia. Our institute is creating a drug that accesses specific memories and paralyzes only that part. How would you do that with medication? I have no idea. It can't be used universally, but we plan to market it separately for breakups or trauma. If we succeed, it won't be misused for kidnapping or human trafficking under the name of amnesia drugs. Losing memory due to a drug. It comes back if you stop taking it, right? In theory, yes. But it seems there are cases where that's not true for the products on the market. That's also the fundamental reason for my long clinical trials. In Chroma City there will be many people who need this drug. So frequent side effects are unacceptable. Although Chroma City is damn dark all day long, I'm not sure if there are that many patients who would want to suppress their own memories. The average patient doesn't seek a hospital until their condition worsens. I've even seen someone try to fix a paralyzed finger with stretching. Right, many people think of hospitals as a place to go for resurrection. But this drug is also aimed at delaying the neurological disorders caused by light deficiency. Not just overcoming strong trauma. The blackout phenomenon, do they call it zombies these days? That's what people usually call it, I hear. Right, the biggest cause of becoming a zombie is neurological disorder. Despite having no other problems besides light deficiency, extreme trauma accumulates due to nervous system issues. If this drug is completed, the number of zombies on the street will be reduced by more than half. Zombie prevention and trauma care sounds good. The fact that there's a way to get memories back seems good too. It's a hot topic among my colleagues. The fact that memories return when you stop taking it has some people arguing that it forces continuous purchase of the drug. They say we need to consider the consumer's financial situation. That makes sense, but... Oh, your opinion on my research? Miss Lian's eyes widened. Does she think we found a common interest? You can't run away forever. If you erase your memories every time things get tough, I feel like you'll end up with nothing left someday. Even today, Miss Lian will go back to face reality tomorrow. You do your best to handle the accident and finish the project, right? Well, yes. There are times when you have to do something, but you just can't. Trauma is one of them. There's a hole in your heart and it needs to be filled, but it hurts too much. With a hole, it's impossible not to feel weak in both body and spirit. You need to step back and recover, but you can't because the hole is in your own body. I thought the medicine you're making was made for situations like that. That's right. It's very difficult to fix something that has collapsed from the inside. Sometimes it's more important to get away from it and preserve your body and mind. I want the patients to be like you, Miss Lian. A way to regain some energy and find the courage to face the world again. I mean, I hope they solve the problems they've postponed with a mended strong mind and body. Like today's Miss Liane. As they said in certain manga, right? There's no paradise in the place you escape to. Since it's your medicine, Miss Liane, I hope it turns out just as you wish. Did she blush? You little... Why? I thought that was a pretty cool thing for me to say. Miss Liane lunged at me. I believed she had no intention of harming me, but I couldn't stop myself from instinctively stepping back. Now that you've said that, I'll be sure to protect the project. Okay, now let me go. Let me hug you a little longer. Just a little. Just a little. Miss Liane, with teary eyes, left after making a wonderful vow and having a bit of a tantrum. She must have had her own pain unrecognized by anyone. Look at the time, I should go to the cafe where Prey works for lunch. Do I need to save? I don't know. Like, I think we know what she came to our shop today. What did she say? The heat crushing my brain vanished in an instant. Your touch really is special. She, like, yeah, she got her fix, like, and she was pushing hard for it. Like I need your maintenance now. Oh my god, ouch. Oh, my neck. Can't stretch that far, huh? Oh, I really need to, like... Maybe I need some kind of contraption where I lock my head in place where I can't move it outside of a certain area and at certain angles. Maybe there's some settings in VTube Studio that helps with that. Question mark? Ooh, tier 2 power unit, tier 2 neutral unit, 2 of each, quick. Sir? What are you staring blankly for? Excuse me, customer, are you by any chance in front of me right now? I don't want this. No, I want cute girls only. Can you only see the visible light spectrum? Yes, I haven't had the optic nerve digitization procedure done. You're not even up to the basics of the city. In this fucked up neighborhood where it's night the moment you open your eyes, if you live seeing only visible light, you will soon get a neurological disorder and become one of those drooling idiots out there. I subscribe to Neon Shine regularly, so I don't really need it. Oh dear, we have an idiot here who offers money to the damn corporation. You're either a foolish sucker brainwashed by the media, or a crazy born with a silver spoon who thinks money grows on trees. I don't know what kind of life you're living, but I am too law-abiding to live by your ways. I'm amazed someone with their head this far in the clouds is still in this city. It's a wonder you're walking around on your own 2 feet. What a crazy customer. Customer, please deactivate your optical camouflage, and if you are not getting a repair, please leave. Brad, why are you suddenly recommending I deactivate my optical camouflage? To do a repair, I need to scan and replace the unit, but I can't see you at all, so I can't do a proper repair. Is that the only reason? You've got a knack for comedy. Why would you replace it? I can just swap it out myself. I think I know what's gonna happen. Swap it out yourself? Just as a person can't perform surgery on themselves by cutting open their own stomach and messing with their organs, an EV also cannot open its core section to replace a unit by itself. Nothing is impossible, Brad. It's just popping the casing, swapping the unit and closing it again. If I make a small mistake in the process and cut the power, that's just where my life ends. That's a level of recklessness that leaves me speechless. I'd appreciate it if you just shut up and make the unit. Sir, as much as I'd love to just shut up and make it for you, As the manager, I also have to think about the reputation of my repair clinic. Even if I die without anyone knowing, no one will blame this place. Even if my head gets blown off by a corporation's summary executioner's bullet, while walking down the street, everyone will think it's a natural death. How can I be sure of that? Blade Hamilton. Mention my name in the back alley 3 blocks from here and everyone will understand. So now what you need to do is wipe that stupid look off your face and synthesize the units for me. This person is impossible to reason with. Understood, Mr. Blade. I'll make the units for you first. What units did you want exactly? I told you already, Tier 2 power unit, Tier 2 neural unit. Imprint it into your stupid head so we don't forget. Damn it. Please wait a moment. Blade's request, create units for a lunatic. Target time 100. Oh my god, time! Oops. Oh god, like the pressure. How can I do this? Not quite. No. Let me turn this in. Whatever, turn this in as well. Oh. Oh, nice. Can do this and then quickly move them over here and turn that guy in as well. Okay, how did I do? Very funny that with the apparently male customer, the goal is to spend as little time as possible with them. Thank you for waiting. Faster than I thought. These synthesized units are clean too. Despite your dumb first impression, you're more skilled than you look. Thanks for the compliment. Since I'm in a good mood, let me give you a piece of advice. You'd better erase that psychotherapy introduction on your door. The place I went to last week to get it on with a big-breasted EV had the same thing written on it. Okay. I appreciate the advice, but that's my clinic's identity. I don't think I can change it. Instead, if you deactivate your optical camouflage next time and let me repair you directly, you'll be able to properly experience the service. As long as you have that thing dangling between your legs, no service will be possible for me. Okay. But thanks anyway, it seems I didn't come for nothing. Take care, Mr. Blade. See you again next time. Don't count on it. Dealing with insane customers is incredibly draining. I should close up for today and soothe my tired body and soul with a can of beer. Repair time 74, okay. Their comment? Oh, for someone with such a dumb looking face, your hands are pretty fast, aren't they? I'll give you that. I had a dream about being beaten by an invisible man. Since I couldn't see him, I couldn't fight back and just got beaten up. Not exactly a pleasant feeling. Is it because of that customer from yesterday? Phew. I hope only decent customers come in today. Oh, there's the button. What's happening on here actually? High risk, Adam suppressed in city, summary executioner between fear and salvation. Achromatic press. Oh my god, text. Rampage of a high risk Adam in the city center. cold metal melting when stripped, secret tuning skyrockets. Waifu maiden press, what the heck? Okay, this is important text. As marriage registrations between humans and EVs hit an all-time high, the trend of secret tuning, modifying EV body parts into forms optimized for sexual activity, is spreading in the shadows. Going beyond simple cosmetic imitation, this procedure implants ultra-fine heating coatings and vibration modules into biosilicone mucosa to create reproductive organs that surpass human biological functions. In an interview, an illegal tuner emphasized customization from firmness to internal temperature is possible according to taste, adding, humans who experience it once can never return to an organic embrace. Of course, the public eye remains harsh. The dominant conservative viewpoints fingers at them as scrap metal fetishists. However, to soothe the solitude of the grey night, minor lovers willing to endure expensive royalties and social contempt to be held in their lovers' arms are secretly climbing onto the operating table again today. As I said before, Android dong, yeah. Sunshine Corp executive attachment missing. Glass slipper found at scene. What the heck, Cinderella? Last night on the 15th. Does this? Okay, I guess it changes every day, like we have new flavor to read every day. Can I click on stuff in here? That would be pretty cool actually. Like this, I have no idea. Looks like I know this one. I know this one. And this one I don't know. Weird banana animal over here. Oh, there we go. Michelle. Optical camouflage? I can't believe that symbol of crime is being used so openly. Has that city completely given up on security? It's not as much that they gave up, but rather adapted. Most homes and shops have at least one infrared sensor for security. Even if they can't catch thermal optical camouflage, they can easily detect regular optical camouflage. Then what about thermal optical camouflage? If you use that, the military intervenes instead of the Urban Stability Agency, so you need some serious guts to try it. Thanks to that, the citizens of Chroma City can rest easy and entrust their safety to infrared sensors. Living there sounds exhausting. To think hide and seek is part of daily life. Because of that, life here is never boring. That's not boring, it's just troublesome. You have to endure minor inconveniences to be worthy of living in the city of miracles. Miracles my foot, it's just a neighborhood that's dark and gloomy all day long. That's why the neon signs filling every corner look even more dazzling. The night of this street where even humans, EVs and neon signs mingle is more beautiful than any day elsewhere. Not sure about that. I was so captivated by that decide that I dared to become independent here with just one old piece of equipment. It's probably not the night, but the EVs filling the streets that captivated you. And what, independent? You make it sound cool, but did you wipe your hard drive or something? Seems like yesterday you were whining about not having money for food. Who was it that begged mom and dad to save him? I paid it back, with interest. Yeah. Looks like a customer's here. You're not sulking, are you? No, I'll hang out with you again tomorrow. He's sulking, definitely sulking. I'm not sulking. There she is again. Oh my god. Like I think we got to meet everyone already, and maybe we're doing a second round now. So hello Prey, she is the cutest. I don't know. Prey, do you know you're laughing very evilly right now? Really? Normally I would have picked a fight and looked for something fun to do, but today I'll generously let it slide. Whatever I'm supposed to do with that. Miss Prey, speaking as a professional, it looks like you need immediate maintenance. EV neural network issues often accelerate over time. We need to start right away. As expected, your buzzkill reactions are the best for regaining my stability. Is something wrong? What do you mean by stability? Didn't you see the article yesterday? A high-ranking executive from Sunshine Corp was attacked and went missing on the outskirts of the city? That person from a few days ago. Definitely. They haven't released the identity, but I doubt there's more than one executive visiting the outskirts at this time. Since Polar Night is just around the corner, with the city's biggest festival coming up, they wouldn't have enough leisure to obsess over trivial things like streetlights, unless there's someone a bit weird. Her feelings about the nuisance, Prey's resentment seemed quite deep. Maybe there's something more she hasn't told me yet. Are we talking about the Orca lady, actually, maybe? Or was it... do I have this like the wrong way around? Either way, wait one sip. Are you worried because a kidnapping happened nearby? It's not that I'm not worried at all, but if I were scared of that, I would have run away to the next city a long time ago. It's not a big deal. Continuous focus adjustment of the ocular lenses, irregular corporization. This is a common phenomenon when power is being diverted elsewhere, but right now there's no noticeable physical activity or computational load. That means you're preparing for an emergency. These are typical signs of an anxiety or fear response, you know? What do you know? First class core section engineer, photonic neural network restoration specialist, EV body maintenance technician, certified. I'm an EV management and inspection expert certified by Chroma City, and the person who opens up your body at least every week to check for problems. I hate it. What exactly does she hate? Don't talk about my condition as you please. The talk about raising the Neon Shine subscription fee is gone, and the streetlight removal plan was scrapped too. Only good things are happening. I don't know what happened, but you can be honest with me at least. Did I say Cinderella? Yeah. Cinderella helped, because I left a post. Cinderella, already a famous dark hero in cyberspace, a figure whose existence is ambiguous, indeterminate whether a group or an individual. Famous for assassinating key figures in corporations or drug cartels, and leaving a glass slipper conspicuously at the scene. I see how that worked, okay. His activities gained support from the impoverished, filled with spite, and mass-produced countless fans, but there had to be a sour side to his actions. Connections with criminal groups that produced countless innocent victims, or actions suspected to be means of eliminating political opponents of the ruling class were numerous, and people claiming to be Cinderella are pouring out endlessly. It seems there's a culture among fans to treat all that as copycat crimes. Are you saying you can't be scared of a hero? Worry and fear are separate emotions. Even for experts, the risk of misdiagnosis is high without detailed analysis. It's just worry. Because copycat crimes using Cinderella's fame happen often. Right. Ooh. Ah. What, suddenly? This neural unit is connected to the sympathetic nervous system. The tension is immense even with a light press. How much did you push yourself? It might be completely burnt out. It's not that bad. It's your habit to reward yourself when you are anxious, isn't it? Like figures or limited edition goods. Like whoever made this game definitely has a huge, like, anime figurine collection. Since your balance is empty, looks like you rewarded yourself in a different way. If we let tonight pass, it could be really dangerous, so we'd better replace it. Target moves 30. Replace Prey's overloaded neural unit. Ah, there we go. Go again. Oh, there's stuff happening. Looks like someone had too much fun yesterday. It seems D1AL has a problem due to an overloaded unit. First, let's check the repair area. What the heck? As expected, there's an overloaded unit. Overloaded units destroy nearby modules units every certain number of turns. Active count 8. Turns remaining until overload are shown in the top right. Yeah. Upon overload, one space left, right of the unit and modules units in the same column will be destroyed. The overloaded unit will be destroyed after undergoing overload 3 times. Let's repair while avoiding destruction of required units. Can I? There we freaking go. No, they just combined into one. A 6, okay. Whatever I just did there. Okay, this one is a big one actually. Oops, turn them in. I didn't actually do my move. Interesting. Does it count my turns anywhere? You must have been very anxious. Is the condition very bad? Overvoltage flowed through the overloaded neural unit, enough to affect even the D1AL equipment. Just how hard did you stimulate it? Well, I just suddenly got scared. I don't know what you're so worried about, but if you were this anxious, you should have just called me. I could have helped you directly by your side. Pervert. Wait. Is this... Okay, no, this is good enough. Okay. I was confused for a second. Oh my god, I'm so smart. No! He fell down. There we go. Did it without even having the thing go off. Does Cinderella pull it off with glass slippers every time? Pretty much. According to someone who watched the crime scene from quite close up, did all that using just a glass slipper without any other weapons. So the glass slipper always left behind is actually the tool used for the crime? I guess so. I saw on SNS that there was a heel-shaped hole in the stability officer's forehead. Their post was censored quickly, but the fountain of blood spurting from the forehead of an existence I always feared was so violent that I inadvertently started rooting for him after that. Your expression fountain is even more violent. Like, did she, like, when this thing activated last time, did she say something down here? I think so, I missed that. How far can I go? No, that would just mess this stuff up. No! There we go. Easy. Is it already over? Yeah. Fortunately, the surrounding units weren't badly deformed, so I only swapped out the nearly burned neural unit. Thanks to that, the tense neural unit seemed to have calmed down. The D1AL was making weird noises. What kind of magic did you work? Don't mention it. Just because of the overvoltage flowing through the neural unit, the D1AL equipment almost broke several times during maintenance. I might be saying this because I don't know, but hearing roughly about it looks incredibly dangerous. And about your symptoms, it's not that big of a deal. It's a problem of repeated forced updates of the neural network, but it doesn't affect daily life. Except for the problem that some memories might be lost. You just need to restrain yourself from now on. Relax your face a little. Seems like you have something to say too. Can you say it all with such a serious face? Huh. Forget it. For someone so dense, I can't hide anything from you. Professional certifications aren't just for show. But I wish you'd read the room a bit. Sometimes there are stories I don't want to tell. Cinderella was my idol. I was the #1 fan, unshaken by controversies. But when an incident happened right here and because of me, those things filled my head. What if something happens to our cute boss? What if the evil mechanic on the 2nd floor becomes a target? If something like that happened, I felt like I'd go crazy, thinking it was my fault. I left a post on the Cinderella help board, and the news came out less than half a day later. I was someone who followed him, treating controversies as gossip, but fear took over when people around me got involved. As far as I know, over 3,000 posts are written on that gallery every hour. I think you have an excessive sense of responsibility. Even if Cinderella really chooses targets looking at the board, the possibility of seeing your post is almost nil. You're probably right. Excessive responsibility. But once I fell into the mire, I couldn't realize that everything seemed to be my fault and I worried about things that hadn't even happened yet. I'm completely drained from groaning all night, while touching innocent neural units. Happiness is the best means to forget pain. Anyway, seeing the fine boss and you this morning, I just let out a hollow laugh. So that's why you came making naughty sounds. Naughty? You said I was evil. Seeing Prey back to her usual self, I also felt more relaxed after being tense. Sometimes it's better to just throw it up. Like when you have indigestion. What nonsense are you talking about all of a sudden? It means you don't have to hide just because it's immature or contradictory. Of course, you shouldn't always do that. It's wasteful to vomit food and drink, and it looks unsightly, but nothing beats it when you have indigestion. Venting to someone close enough can sometimes help you overcome it. It might make people hate you. I also find people who only talk about their hardships annoying. It's fine if it's not always, but only when it's hard. That's why I started this repair clinic in the first place. If you have anything left to say, it's better to just say it. Something I want to say. Alright. Prey cleared her throat. Then, Chris. Next Thursday is Polar Night Day. That day. Polar Night Day. Unlike the majority of people who are excited, I feel nothing but dryness. Seeing that even the shut-in Prey his plans makes me feel like I am the only one in Chroma City without memories of Polar Night Day. A day I'm strangely uninterested in. Perhaps it's because the happiness in my room overwhelms the noisy streets and lights. Is it okay? What? I was lost in thought for a moment. What an idiot. Sorry, could you say that again? Humph. Let's grab a meal together. It's a holiday. Really? It should be a peak season. We're aiming for a different peak season. The boss says Polar Night is everyone's peak season, so this is more profitable. In my opinion, it's clear she just wants to do doujin activities. What the heck? What the heck is everyone doing in this world? You mean about Buff Girl? The last episode airs next week. She's already busy preparing sugar crafts and cosplay costumes. Must be nice to have a boss with matching tastes. That's why I applied in the first place. The physical comic books proudly displayed on the cafe shelf were the trigger. Since it's a retro concept cafe, I suspect they just put anything there. But inside a box in the corner of the cafe, I saw a pile of handmade goods stock. This person is real, I knew it immediately. Take next week's cosplay event for example, the boss is even more enthusiastic than I am. It's the best workplace except for the fact that we work non-stop. Sounds fun, but also sounds like it will be quite tough. Better than working during Polar Night. It's annoying to work when everyone else is resting and there are double the customers than usual, plus the power of Buff Girl is amazing. Speaking of which, I should get going. The boss is probably sweating bullets alone. Good luck with your work. You too. And clean your ears next time. Can't even hear what's said right in front of you. My ears are clean. Maybe it's because I haven't taken today's nutritional supplements yet. Anyway, don't do that next time. Good things come to those who listen. As Prey left, belated fatigue washed over me. I didn't know the difference in nutritional supplements would be this big. I should go cool my head. As expected of the manager, the stinging sensation is gone and I feel totally refreshed. I'll sleep well tonight. Oh my god, she immediately gets in my face. Thing is, I think this is enough for today. I looked at a beautiful game. We had some dialogue. Can I? How big? Oh no, I'm in front of her now. Let me be small then. Like, that's actually a lot of dialogue. I'm basically reading a visual novel at this point with a little puzzle game every like 10-15 minutes. I shouldn't be talking that much. I still like my the inside of my mouth is still a little bit sore. I keep cutting open that one spot in my cheek with my teeth. If I keep talking for too much, I think this is enough for today then. Don't know whether something might happen tomorrow. I will definitely play more Nier Replicant on Wednesday. This Saturday, I'm not sure whether I will actually be able to be here on time. Maybe I will start late on that day, I don't know. What else was I thinking? I really need to sit down and like put like the final touches to all the preparations for basically the day when I like not rebrand but like pivot slightly to like not exactly idle like activities, but like where as a VTuber I move slightly slower, not slower, slightly further, closer in that direction. That's what's gonna happen. Like it's not gonna be much. Like I will just do like update all the about sections, descriptions, blue sky, bios, pinned posts maybe. Make a series of introduction posts both on Twitter and Blue Sky. Like a series of posts that details some of my lore, what content to expect, and I already went over all of this previously. That is like the first step, just like changing some stuff textually. I also need to make like a kind of promo post where I show off some of the... I don't know, I'm not sure about that. I definitely want to post like a tiny clip of myself like practicing my karaoke performance. I think the stuff I recorded yesterday is already sufficient. Maybe I'm gonna add like stream gameplay clips to that and be like, yeah, here's like highlight reel doing stuff, playing games, practicing singing. I think that should be another one of the posts that I do. Basically after I do those posts, like those will include like the final announcement of when I do my first karaoke stream, so that I can do like posts on one day and then like maybe 1, 2 or 3 days later I do the actual stream. The second phase of this whole thing will take a little bit more time, where I go in and get like extreme overlays and stuff that are actually like customized and fit to my visual aesthetic. Like the starting and ending screen that you are about to see, one of which. That is something I wanted to have changed, or like just like in case I ever play, let me briefly, where is it? This thing, if I have like a game that doesn't completely fill the entire frame, I want to have like wait, this not entirely, it would be probably more like this, like 4:3 aspect ratio. Something to fill the rest of the screen and make it not just black would be nice. I hope my character reference sheet is gonna be done soon, because I also want to get like a couple more funny illustrations of myself. Maybe a new profile picture, or let me remove the sweat drop. There we go. I don't know, I don't need emotes or anything, I think, as a non-Twitch affiliate. I think on YouTube as well, I would need probably a bunch more subscribers to do anything with that. But there's other funny little things I want to commission. Either way, doesn't matter. More Nier soon, and I think that after Nier I will revive my Kingdom Come Deliverance playthrough as a stopgap until I get my Switch back and can play Unicorn Overlord. I'll probably sit down one day off schedule on stream. Oh, do I do that on stream? No, I can do that off stream. I can do that. I don't need to stream that. And start the game and figure out the controls again. Because it's been a year since I've played that game. And even when I first played it, I never figured out combat completely. I think that's on purpose maybe. Because you start out as a nobody who doesn't know how to actually fight. But I even forgot the tutorials, I need to relearn all that stuff. Either way, Nier on Wednesday and probably Saturday. Like I think we have like 3 or 4 more hours maybe until we see ending A. But then there's still like endings B, C, D. And I heard this remaster has actually an ending E, but you have to replay almost the entire game for that. So I'm not sure whether we are gonna do that. We will see. Until then, thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye, take care. Did I say thank you for watching? Yeah, whatever. That. Goodbye.